All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're here. I believe we're going to break down some of this Misfits action. But before we do, let's make sure the stream's looking good. This is the first stream on the Panda Boxing channel. And so if you're here live, thank you. If you're watching it back in the VOD, thank you for watching it back. I'm excited, man. Excited to be covering this boxing event. I mean, look, this has been by far one of the more exciting buildups for any influencer and crossover boxing event. So I'm super pumped to see how it breaks down. Let's take a look. Stream looking healthy. Again, I'm not used to streaming on YouTube. I'll be real with you. So this is all a new experience for me. But yeah, what's going on? What's going on? We're gonna do some breakdown stuff here ahead of the fight. I definitely want to look at some of the interviews, like Fred Talks Fighting, of course. Got to break down some of his stuff. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Capture moments. OMG Panda, I'm your biggest fan. Okay, buddy. You're literally downstairs. You're the love of my life. The apple of my eye. You are my wife. But you probably are my biggest fan, let's be honest. But chat, for those that don't know me, my name is Panda, Life with Panda, aka Matt. Just starting to cover the boxing side of things. Love the crossover space. Been a huge fan for a while. I'm actually an esports commentator, so I primarily, like, if you see me or you connect with me on socials, you'll primarily see me talking a lot about, like, Fortnite, for example, or gaming, because I spend a lot of time in that realm of things. But I've decided to dabble into the crossover boxing. I love what Misfits is doing. I love what they're establishing. And so being able to create content around it is really dope, in my opinion. It's something I'm excited to do, which that's what's important when it comes to content, man. If you ever decide to create content and do things that you love. It doesn't matter about the numbers, nothing else. Like, do it for the love of it. So that's what I'm doing, man. We out here. We live, and we're loving every minute of it. So let's see. We had the face off. I already watched it. We could watch that together. Let's see. What else could we look at? So much content has come out this week. That's another big thing for them that I'm super pumped about, is that they're really honing in on the fact that content is king. Like, content's going to bring eyes to the event. And so smart on them. Real smart. Bump this chair up a little bit. See the Panda shirt? Pandaseason.com. It's all sold out, actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. But that's where all the drops be going. All right, let's see. Good breakdown and chat with about this. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Bryce Hall mocking KSI ahead of the FaZe Temper fight. Kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bryce Hall never claimed to be a fighter. Yeah, that guy. Literally calling out KSI, saying the FaZe Temper's not a proper matchup. Yeah, Bryce Hall was calling him out literally like 3 months ago for a fight. Yeah, shocking. I think FaZe Temper is probably the best matchup for KSI at this point. Him or Slim. Temper, like, as I did say in my prediction video, I do think KSI is going to win. I don't think it's as easy as KSI makes it out to be. I also think it's odd. KSI has been on this thing about, like, obviously he's super confident. Don't get me wrong, but he is like overconfident, and we did see glimpses of that in the Logan Paul fight, and he won, and he even came out afterwards and he was like, "Man, like, I was getting in my head. It made me work harder," and so on. But now it seems like it's not necessarily like he understands the challenge ahead of him. It's more of like, yo, I'm here and I'm gonna win no matter who you put in front of me. Which at some points, like, it's obviously good to have confidence going into your fight. but you can't be overconfident. Like, you can't just go in and think it's going to be sunshine and rainbows, especially against a guy like Temper, who, despite only having 3 fights and losing one of them by devastating KO, that doesn't mean his range isn't going to be a problem for KSI. I think if he just continues to extend the jab out, like, it's going to keep KSI away, at least for a little bit in the beginning of the fight, because KSI came out and was like, yo, I'm ending this in 1 round, which for multiple reasons probably isn't the best play for him. Like, KSI realistically should go into this fight and make this fight draw out until the 3rd, 4th round, and then knock him out, right? If he's that talented, which we will see. The only reason I say that is KSI doesn't have a ton of ring experience, especially like his last 2 fights. They were not like, they're not good showings, number 1. Number 2, he struggled to cut off the ring against Swarms and Pineda, like, who they don't deserve to be in the ring. Like, especially in comparison to, I think anybody on the card would have beaten Swarms and Pineda at that time. Swarms now, though, different story, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Swarms fight Ryan Taylor. I think, like I talked about in my predictions video, I think Swarms actually beats Ryan Taylor, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm excited. Either way, these fights are going to be great. But let's see. I want to find something for us to break down together. Let's look at some of the Misfits stuff that they've put out. I like covering like the direct content from Misfits themselves. I think they have a lot of like the good, like, number 1, they have good content, but number 2, you're supporting the actual broadcast itself. I think a lot of people, like, they get money hungry in the YouTube space, especially like interviewers, for example. Like, let's say I use a clip from an interview. They are quick to take that down and try to take all the money from it, which, fine, so be it. Get your bag. But like, at the same time, when you're covering like Misfits clips, I don't think they really come after you, number 1. Number 2, it helps promote the fight. And that's what it's all about. The bigger these fights get, the more the community can eat, so to speak. So, let's see. Okay. There's an interview with TMZ that I kind of want to watch, but I have a feeling, I mean, TMZ will probably take that. Let's avoid that. Let's see. Real and Wills put out a media workout video in 4K. I mean, it looks sick. Could watch that. You could watch Swarm's little documentary. We could watch. So, another fight that I think people are underestimating. Everybody's going L Brook, it seems like. But Faith Ordway's range might be a big problem for L. So I'm excited about that fight. And that's going to be one of the first fights on the night. I think first fight is Anthony Taylor versus Idris Virgo, and then it's going to be L Brook versus Faith Ordway. I've seen it flipped a couple times on the actual like roster, on the fight card. So I'm curious which one will actually come first, but I like how YouTube, again, this is the first time I'm using YouTube. It like gives you suggestions as we're live. Like, hey, go in OBS and change this. It might actually help you. But hold up, let's get something. Let's watch. You know what they did on the What's Good podcast, and if they claim this live stream, whatever. They did on the What's Good podcast like a final fight prediction between Mini Minter and Randolph. So let's watch that. Let's see. Put this over here. Bing bang.
Sensible sentence. He's might be the worst person I've ever seen on an interview podcast ever, and I exist. You know. So
who's Randolph going in about?
What a wet wipe, man.
Well, as we were talking about Prime, talking about JJ, his fight
Yeah, done that
this weekend.
Yeah.
It's this weekend.
I know, man. Do you care anymore?
I do. Because I think this,
you know what I mean, though.
I think this card is really good.
By the way, I love the Misfits cards. These cards,
I will say, like, even Simon said it there. This might be the best card in crossover boxing, period. I think, like, if that's a hot take, it is what it is. But, like, personally, that's what I'm feeling.
than they ever used to be. Like the original JJ fights, the cards were always just mediocre. These are really good. I went to the one in Austin, thought it was unreal.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it comes around so quick though.
There are too many.
And it's annoying that people keep pulling out. I hate that. It's really annoying me.
I said this in the chat when Dylan pulled out, because we had all in the chat, we've all said for ages, like, he'll pull out. There's no way he.
Well, he didn't show up to the press conference,
Yeah.
which is an obvious sign, really.
And JJ was kind of like hoping.
I am too,
like,
Emily.
Nah, he will. He'll fight. Then he pulled out and we all went shocked. And it's just like I said at that point how I swear there's always some issue with contracts. Like they had the
hydration clause.
The hydration clause.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, there's never any issue." I'm like, "Bro, every single fight there's something."
You know, interesting little thing here. Let me turn off the old Spotify real quick. So, interesting point that Simon brings up here. He talks about that he sees like a lot of like contractual issues in these fights, but I don't know that it really is. I feel like more recently we've seen those issues, but in the past, not really. At least not forward facing. Maybe he's seen stuff behind the scenes that we haven't. But I don't feel like there's been a ton of like, oh hey, this is happening. Like it's probably something to do with the contracts, whether it's the rehydration clauses, things like that. The one I will say, one little, like, I don't want to say it's a jab towards JJ, but like just a comment about JJ's approach. When Jake had like the hydration clause for Hakeem Rockman Jr. and all that information came out, and then obviously there's other weight issues there. KSI was pretty critical of it. Obviously, it's Jake, so partially is to just sell the fight and get people excited. But like rehydration clauses are there for a reason, which is why KSI's management put that in. KSI, I think he even said in an interview that he didn't realize that was in there. But that's on Mams and them for putting that in there. And that's not a bad thing either. Like when you have a fight like this, especially like Dylan Dennis definitely is heavier than KSI typically, which is where this rehydration conversation comes from. When you have a fighter that's bigger, naturally bigger, and you come to a catch weight, which is what they did, because originally KSI's team wanted to fight at 170. Dylan Dennis wanted to fight at 185. They came down to 177, I think, was the agreed upon weight. The interesting, that like you have to have rehydration clauses, or at least pitch it in a fight like that. And apparently, Dylan Dennis's team never like tried to negotiate on the rehydration clause. They were just like, "Yep, let's take it." Dylan Dennis came out and said he had no clue about it, blah, 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 whatever. Whether that's the reason he pulled out or not, or he just wasn't prepared, which is way more likely, it is what it is. But Dylan Dennis just lost the opportunity of a lifetime because he pulled out, because now he's been blacklisted from all Misfits cards. I watched KSI go on that TMZ interview that we were talking about before. I watched the interview earlier today, and literally on there, he's like, no, Dylan Dennis will not be welcome back on any card, period. He won't be involved with Misfits. There will never be a fight that is given to him. And I even saw people in the MMA community saying like, yeah, we don't know about Dylan Dennis. We don't know if we'll get him back involved, anything else. So Dylan may have like potentially ruined his opportunity to get fights in the future. I don't know. We'll see.
Pops up. Yeah.
But this card, I don't know who Faith Ordway is, but I mean, Elbrook fighting again that'll be funny.
Yeah.
So again, so the Joe Fournier fight isn't going to happen. Elbrook, like, for those that are in here that may not have heard my prediction or watched my prediction video, definitely go check that out. But I'm thinking it's going to be Faith Ordway, and Idris Virgo, Salt Papi, Swarms, Slim, and KSI. I think those are going to be the winners of the day. Regardless, though, let's see what they think.
Who is Faith Ordway?
Oh, I've seen her on TikTok. She does dances.
Okay.
You'd know if she went on TikTok and watched
Yeah,
dances.
Faith Ordway is not a big presence,
Nah, I don't watch this.
But as far as like
Okay, well,
I watch
female influencers that are ready
Okay,
to
well,
actually get down and fight, like
I don't think I've seen that.
props to her for doing it.
Okay, go back to the list. So that fight, I mean, it could be funny, could be good. Joe Fournier versus Anthony Christodoulou, I couldn't give a shit.
Great pronunciation.
Thank you.
That fight's not happening anymore, so
Salt
Bang
Papi versus Josh Bruckner.
Yeah, I watched that.
Huge.
I'm excited for that.
Watch that
I think
one.
Salt Papi any
Fight of the
fight,
night,
I'm
that's what I'm
excited for.
saying.
He makes it fun.
And Josh Bruckner is massive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Josh
a good
is
fight.
huge.
Yeah.
Ryan Taylor versus Swarms.
That's a good fight.
I think Ryan Taylor fucks him up, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Swarms
is in good shape.
He's in great shape.
He's in great shape.
Did you
I
actually
don't
diss
agree
track?
with that.
I didn't. I was too tired.
I did yesterday.
So Simon here saying Ryan Taylor thinks he messes up Swarms, that he's going to win pretty consistently. I don't believe that because, number one, Ryan Taylor came out and was like, yeah, I didn't prepare for this. I don't need to. I was busy. It's the holidays. What? That's red flag number one. Number two, apparently he's sick. So Ryan Taylor's sick, plus he didn't really prepare for it. Just means an L on the night. I don't think Swarms is going to knock him out, but I definitely think Swarms wins by unanimous decision.
Did it yesterday, but I don't know. I said though, like
3 minutes.
It doesn't matter how good shape you're in.
It does.
It doesn't win a fight.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. It does matter, obviously. Like if you're in bad shape, you
can
like
matter.
Deji that time.
It can matter.
Yeah, of course.
Because you would look at Tyson Fury and say he's in bad
Yeah,
shape.
but I'm saying Swarms wasn't in good shape. Now he is. So he's in way better chance now
Yes.
than ever has been. But like, yeah, you're right. You have to be. Your boxing skill is more important.
Yeah. You can
I
go
agree
in,
with that
like,
point, but
I mean,
again, I just
remember we
don't
all
think
thought
Ryan
Joella was,
Taylor is
like
We did.
all that in a
ripped
bag
as
of
hell, we were
chips.
like, there's no way.
Yeah, we did think that.
Yes,
And then he's
man.
gonna go,
On a fight
oh, KSI man, give me my chance, fight me,
talking about
fight me,
Anthony
man. Why are
Taylor.
you not fighting? And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
shut up,
Yeah.
just stop.
Yeah.
And then the next fight was Slim versus Tom Zanetti.
I'm interested to see what they say.
Always a good fight with Slim.
This one.
Tom
I think-
Zanetti, we couldn't see last night because the other guy pulled out, right? But we didn't actually see Tom Zanetti fight.
No,
And then big
Tom
one.
Zanetti looks wham though, but
mm,
I want, and I think Slim will win still.
yeah.
And then KSI v Temper.
You know what? For us lot and like for the YouTube fans, this is a way better fight than the other one. Like,
Versus Dylan Dennis.
yeah, way better.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score.
Let's skip this.
What if you knew where you stood?
I
Like,
definitely
it's a
agree with
freaking
them saying that this fight is better than Dylan
Simon
Dennis, to be
FaZe,
fair.
Temper wheel of JJ.
Yeah, Simon v FaZe, KSI v
big.
Temper. Yeah, it is sick. The only issue is obviously that Temper lost his last fight.
Yeah.
Well, no, he won his last fight.
I was about to say, he won the last fight. He lost to
against, who did
Slim.
he
He
lose
lost
against?
against Slim.
Yeah, and then he won against some guy in Austin, and then
He won against
He won against
fight the guy
Overflow. Which,
who
the fight with Overflow, it was pretty good.
he's like the weird.
He seems
acting
to be
guy,
forgetting
like
who it
really
was.
Weird.
But no,
Can't remember
Overflow,
his name.
I was
like,
there. Don't
You know
know.
what I'm talking
he's a
about?
big dude. So for Temper to take that fight on like
He
1
fought
week
one of the other
notice
cards
and then come in
just
there
kept saying,
and
like, I'm
finish
gonna
it the
win
way
on
he
split
did, that little
decision.
1-2 piece to put him down. I think,
No.
like, to
Did
be
he-
fair,
did he
I
win?
think
500 quid.
Overflow probably could have continued
Yeah, he
fighting,
fought Churdleys, didn't he?
but
Did he fight Churdleys?
is what it is.
Just type in Temper Churdleys.
No, Charlie's fought
Sorry,
Jay
we should've
Swingler
really looked
and
up
Myth.
this stuff before, but
The chess boxing
no,
match.
Jay Swingler fought him.
That was kind of crazy.
Wait, who
to be
did
fair.
Temper fight?
Type in
Temper definitely fought someone.
type
right?
in FaZe Temper like last
Who the fuck
fight.
did Temper fight?
Last fight. Oh yeah, there you go.
Who did he? Overflow. He fought
Overflow.
Overflow.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one that was really quick.
Overflow also fought in Ludwig's chess boxing. You know.
Did he?
I love how like he's just. In everything.
I rate Overflow
Got a
Yeah,
taco
he's
bowl here.
because he's actually down
Don't
for
mind
it
me
and
as
does
we
it.
eat before this
he
fight,
accepted
these
that
fights
10th
begin.
fight on like last minute as well, like literally like a week.
I'm not gonna be
before.
live for the
But
fights.
he
I'm gonna
also
watch
fought
those
Sensei
downstairs,
at
but
the very
He did.
first one.
He did, yeah.
I wanted to talk with you all,
He's just
the
fighting.
community,
Call me out.
about what's going on with
Overflow.
these fights.
Yeah,
Did
no,
he?
he did. Yeah, I probably should put that in. Yeah, he like it on Twitter. He's like, I'll fight Randolph.
Yeah, definitely don't fight him.
No, I don't fight anyone. Everyone always wants to fight me, man. It's pretty easy pickings. Crip's been training,
Really?
and everyone keeps putting Randolph fight. I'm like, what?
You have to understand that I have to.
That's
want to fight
interesting.
to-
Randolph versus Crip. If you don't know, Crip is a like more YouTube focused rapper. He was involved with the Deji versus KSI drama back in the day. I think he helped with the diss track. He didn't write it, but he was like there or whatever. And then I think Crip and KSI had a little back and forth. I think it's all good now, but either way, that'd be an interesting fight. Obviously, Randolph, I think, just said he doesn't want to fight or box, but still
To
be
fight.
something to think
Yeah,
about.
It's
I don't-
not just a case of someone's called me out, so I have to fight them.
Yeah,
now.
or give me $1 million. I'll do it then.
Yeah? Would you? $1 million to fight Grits.
Yeah, I didn't mill.
Mil.
But I wouldn't do it for like 500k, which is bad. Because
Yeah.
I should. Because there are people out there who like actually try and train that are trying to get a fight for that much money. But obviously, I'm not going to fight. So regardless, you know, it's like how much would you get to jump off a bridge? Not in that way.
Depends on what bridge.
Won't
Yeah, like
fight.
the water one.
That's for
Like,
$1 million.
like we were, you know, the one in Florence, and you like
It's a
how much
little
would you
wild.
jump off there?
Oh.
But it looked shallow.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
So
I'm
I- I
offered,
50K,
listen,
you're like,
I'm
"Go on,
offered 500K to fight. You best believe
I was like,
I'm getting in the ring.
You wouldn't.
I know I wouldn't.
Even
yeah,
100K.
Yeah, KSI FaZe.
50K.
Bro, they kept calling him FaZe in Austin.
They do that with.
We got
I
to
feel
correct
like-
this now. Kept calling him FaZe all the
Yeah,
time.
you can't just call him FaZe.
No, you got to call him FaZe Temper or Temper.
Imagine that. Obviously, I know JJ's massive anyway, but
Yeah.
imagine just going to JJ like,
They
so
seem to
Sideman,
have
what did
fixed
you
that.
think?
Exactly.
in fight week
I'm
leading
excited
up.
isn't his name, but it's like do some research, man.
Yeah.
But
They're not calling him FaZe
I'm excited-
anymore.
when I say I'm not excited anymore, I'm excited for the fight. It's just like it's like I don't know how to describe it. It comes around so fast.
Yeah. It's more of a relief, I've got to be honest, now that he does these camps and he doesn't film in them. Like, JJ doesn't, he literally...
You're excited to get him back for videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, he did 1 or 2 every now and then. Like, he did this 20v1.
Yeah.
We were like, look, we'll do it whenever you're training. Whenever you're not training, just tell us a day, a time, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're very low effort videos for him because he just has to sit there and tell Kai what to do.
For someone putting in as much work as they are, KSI does so many things, yet still is going to the gym twice a day and doing all this stuff in preparation for fights. So, mad props to him.
Yeah.
So, we're like, we have to have you back, and it's just like it's different having him there when it's when you're not.
Yeah, I
If
feel
you're
that.
missing one of the sidemen, it's different.
Yeah.
So I think JJ wins. I reckon like 3rd round.
Yeah. I'll agree.
TKO. Just
Yeah,
gonna agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I just don't know, man. Like, I mean, like, if I guess, Salt Papi's the only one I think, I think he'll win. The other ones are just anything could happen.
Yeah.
But also, they're always exciting, these cards.
Yeah.
That Austin was my favorite card out of all these 3, and it was one where JJ wasn't fighting.
That was the one that had
Dean the
was that
Great.
DDG's one.
Yeah, it had
No, DDG
it
has been on a Misfits card.
What's his name?
Right?
Dean the Great v.
Dean the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, Dean the Great.
That was
That
such a
fight
good
was
fight.
mad.
Ice Poseidon.
Did Josh Bruckner
He
fight?
thought he won.
Oh yeah, he
fought
fought
with
Chase Demore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like fun. The whole thing was just sick.
That was really good.
Kenny fought as well.
Yeah, they all just mix into one now for me.
That Kenny fight was kind of a letdown for me. I mean, DK Money was going to be an easy fight regardless, but
Yeah.
Like, I literally can't remember what was what.
Yeah. Oh, and isn't there a mystery fighter on this one as well? Or is that changed?
No,
Oh, 'cause
because that
FaZe
was
we got to talk about this mystery fight for a second because it's interesting. So B Dave stepped in, and now apparently the original mystery opponent now they're saving for the future, and they've brought in a new mystery opponent. I'm curious. Fox the G tweeted out today. I know a lot of his stuff has been trolls, to be honest, but he was in rehearsal and they were doing ring walks, and the mystery opponent did their ring walk, and he was blown away apparently. So I'm excited to see who it ends up being. Whoever it is, though, I mean, B Dave really isn't taking it seriously, so you probably have a good shot.
Tempers.
FaZe Temper was going to
Yeah.
do that, yeah, and then got you.
That was
Yeah.
Temper's fight.
Yeah.
Do you know who JJ would want out of these? Because everyone here winning will want to fight him.
I don't think he'll fight anyone in that list for the next fight. He's done an interview, hasn't he? Saying he's fighting 3 times this year. This is the first.
I was talking about how many times KSI is going to fight or who
Yeah,
he's
This
going
is
to
the
fight.
middle one.
Yeah.
Dylan didn't.
Who's
Dylan,
that
Dylan-
Pokemon?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Dylan's trying to fight me.
Because he tweeted saying like fake news.
Yeah.
He's been, by the way,
Dylan
Dylan
Dennis is a
Dennis,
joke.
I'm gonna call him out, been the most annoying person in the world, man. Because he did an interview with that guy. I don't
The
know.
one where you got the one with the forest badge.
Yeah. Let's go. What legend? And the guy was just annihilating him.
Yeah.
He was. And
Ariel
Dylan Dennis,
Hawani.
like, he doesn't even make any sense. He wasn't even
Ariel
close to
was,
making one good point
giving
or one
Dylan the
sensible
work.
sentence.
Dylan Dennis-
might be the worst.
Again, Dylan Dennis is a joke. Okay, so this is what he was talking about when this video started. No, Dylan Dennis, man, like, I'm glad that KSI and Mams are blacklisting him from these Misfits events and not giving him another opportunity, because it's kind of crazy that he is the so-called fighter, and he claims that everybody else, all these people aren't fighters, blah blah blah. He shows up, or he doesn't show up for the press conference. He does some interviews, right, where he says he doesn't have a boxing coach. He's training himself. All this craziness, which should have been a red flag for Mams and them, but
person I've ever seen on an interview podcast ever, and I exist. You know, so fucking just what a wet wipe, man. You know, and this guy is like an ex MMA fighter.
Yeah.
He said he can knock out Paddy in like the first 2 minutes or whatever. Or what? It's just,
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing to Patty. Although Patty hasn't looked great either, to be fair. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to put the music audio on here. Hold on. I'll add that so you guys can hear my music. All copyright-free stuff, so it's nothing crazy anyway. But look, guys. Today is going to be a good day. I'm excited for these fights to get underway. We're literally 1 hour away from the card starting. 1 hour away. We're only going to be streaming here. I think. Let me see. How long have we been live? We've been live for 25 minutes, so I'm only going to be live for a few more minutes. I just wanted to go live today. No video today because I wanted to spend time like getting ready for the fights. My mom's coming to town too, so she'll be here in a little bit. So I just want to come live. First time live on YouTube. Hang out with you guys for a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. Going to be a very good day here for fights. But again, if you haven't watched any of the videos yet, go check them out. The first of many coming. We are actually doing videos basically every day for the first week of this channel. So we had the first day, which was the coverage of the media workout. Second day was the coverage of the press conference. Third day, weigh-in and predictions video. Today we're live, so this video will be up there. Tomorrow will be a full fight card recap, and then each day of the week I'm gonna drop a breakdown of each individual fight, some thoughts on them. So I'm excited. It's gonna be good. But yeah, chat, thank you all so much for hanging out. Appreciate every single one of you for being here. I'm gonna head off, but get ready because we got a lot to break down after today. Because I know these fights are gonna be crazy. Again, for those that haven't watched the prediction video, I'll give one last final breakdown. Again, I think start of the day, Idris Virgo beats Anthony Taylor. I mean, 12-0 boxer. He's exceptional. Despite Anthony Taylor being a pretty good fighter himself, I just don't think he has what it takes to take out Idris. But I could be wrong. Faith Ordway, though, definitely going to beat Elle Brook, in my opinion. Her lankiness and just all-around jab, like distance fighting is great fighting. In like the best way to put this, in the novice like section, when you're a little bit more inexperienced, the amateur side of boxing, and you're just learning, the rangier fighter, the one that can throw the jab out and keep that distance, is going to be the winner 9 times out of 10, in my opinion. I could be, again, everybody has different opinions, but that's what I think. So that's why I think Faith Ordway's going to walk away with it. Next up on the card is Swarms Ryan Taylor. Swarms, I think, just took it way more seriously. Ryan Taylor, while he has had one more serious fight or 2 more fights in actual camps, this camp he didn't take seriously at all. He's sick. No way he wins, right? So that's number 2. Next up, I think, who is it? Mystery fight. I don't know. B-Dave doesn't look like he's taking it seriously, so I'm going to take the mystery opponent. Saul Papi versus Josh Bruckner. I think Saul Papi wins. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. And I am a little worried for Saul Papi. However, I still think he takes it. Same thing applies. And I think that's going to be fight of the night, by the way. Saul Papi, Josh Bruckner, fight of the night. Watch. Same thing applies, though. Not fight of the night, but how it's going to be a tough one for Slim and Tom Zanetti. This fight is going to be way closer than people thought initially. And I think people are starting to realize that. Tom is a big dude. He's got some power behind those shots. And Slim is, well, he's lanky. He hasn't been the most technical in his recent fights. He's kind of wild. So we'll see. We'll see what Slim can do. But of course, the final fight of the night is going to be KSI versus FaZe Temper. I think if Temper can keep KSI on the outside and continue moving and just keep that range, he actually has a shot at winning by decision. I don't see Temper knocking out KSI, but I do see KSI potentially knocking out FaZe Temper, and I don't think it goes past the 4th round, to be fair. So, Whatever happens, happens, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Less than an hour away before all these fights starting.